All right, welcome to the very first Anxiety Talk. I'm your host, the one, the only, Sammy Spataro. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so I can welcome you to my community where I do videos to teach you how to turn that villain in us all, which is just those old beliefs that were pushed upon us by the people that loved us the most, maybe, and turn it into a superpower so it can fuel you to more purpose, more meaning in your life, more goals, wealth, whatever it is, and ultimately to overcome anxiety. And so on today's very first episode of Anxiety Talk, I want to have a conversation with you about anxiety. Now, you're probably watching this and maybe you're having crazy amounts of anxiety and you're kind of saying, well, you know what, it's easy for you to say you don't have it anymore or you're not experiencing. Well, trust me, it isn't so easy and it wasn't so easy. But what has got me to where I am, and maybe you're just starting your journey, the one thing I want to share with you on this video, I really want you to believe deep down in the core, if there's one tip, the one and only tip that I want to share with you today, if you are suffering from anxiety and you're tired of it, you want a way through and out, is this very one thing. What you need to understand about anxiety is actually your friend. I know it sounds crazy, but it actually is. Anxiety is a built-in mechanism inside your brain that scans every day for threats and tries to keep you safe. However, here is the difference between a human brain and an animal brain. Let's pull in a Giselle for a second here, who's being chased by a lion. It's being flooded by cortisol, the stress hormone, and it is in fight or flight. But the moment that it stops being chased, that mechanism in its brain shuts off and it goes about its day. Now the human brain. The human brain is a whole different spectrum altogether. And what do I mean by this? Well, let me take you to the last time you had a dream that freaked you out a little bit. And you woke up in the middle of the night in a complete panic, you're sweating, your heart was pounding, and you felt like it was so real. That's the difference. A human brain can imagine the threat, and your body will feel all the sensations of what you were thinking, and it'll actually believe that it's a real threat, and it'll make you go into fight or flight mode. And so that's one thing that we really need to understand when it comes to anxiety. Is anxiety in humans especially, that protective mechanism, is always scanning for threats, but a lot of the times it doesn't know if they're real or if they're imagined. And so my tip for this video is for you to retrain your brain by communicating to yourself and to your mind the moment that you start to have an experience. Now remember, when you're having anxiety, you will 10x everything, every sensation, every bodily feeling, every thought, because you're so in tune with yourself. And it actually makes it a lot worse than it actually is. And so one thing I want you to do is to develop this one key relationship. The next time you're having anxiety, maybe you're having it right now and you're watching this video. If you're like me, you're scanning YouTube anytime you had an anxiety attack or a panic attack, trying to find the next best thing or a way out of this, is something that will help you. Well, here's the one thing that will. Maybe not right now, but if you practice it over and over and over again, it'll become the first thing that your body and mind together do, and it will interpret your experience in a completely different way so that you can have a completely different outcome that empowers you. And so it is this, and I do this with my kids. The next time you have a nightmare, the next time you have a thought or a feeling or a sensation that scares the crap right out of you, is I want you to take a deep breath and say this to yourself. Wow, I'm feeling a lot of excitement right now. This is so amazing. I know this sounds crazy, but this is the turning point. This is the breakthrough, because anxiety is nervous energy. And nervous energy can be interpreted two different ways. The first way nervous energy can be interpreted is fear. And the second way, which is the way that you need to start perceiving anxiety, is excitement. Excitement and fear are both forms of nervous energy. However, the feeling from one to the other is completely different. And so this is what you need to do. And I want you to trust me on this as much as you trust your doctor with the stuff that they're prescribing you. This helped me to change my experiences with anxiety. When I would go on airplanes, when I would go for car rides, when I would public speak, when I'd have to go in social settings, when I would have to go in restaurants, and I would experience all the things you could think about when it came to anxiety. The feelings, the thoughts, the disreality, is that I began to believe that it was pure excitement, the adrenaline running through me with all the life and everything that was within me. And just by doing that over and over and over again, it began to shift my experience from something negative to something positive, and eventually it just became my natural response. They say it takes 21 days to develop a new habit. And so to become your own hero today, to push through anxiety, to relieve yourself of that fight that you have within your own mind, turn your experience with anxiety from a fearful one into an exciting one. And eventually you will be free. I'm going to end on that note. If you need any help, in the comments section, I'll link my coaching link. I created a 21-day anxiety program that I guarantee results. And if you don't, well, you get your money back. And it's a very simple, methodical, and non-invasive way of just recreating some beliefs, some different things we do with your body, the things that you eat, and also by creating a lot more adventure, by setting goals specific to ending your anxiety, that within 21 days, you will find a new you. Become your own hero today. Hit that damn like button if you like this video, if you found the content of value. Share this with somebody. Someone might need to subscribe to this who might be experiencing anxiety, and trust me, you have no clue who it is. I have coached people that are very close to me that a lot of people don't realize are suffering, and it could be your friend, it could be your spouse, it could be your child, it could be your grandfather, you don't know. So I could really appreciate your help and support in growing my channel and being a part of this community. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, and as I end all videos, if you are going to dream today, guys, please always make sure that you dream big and keep smiling.